I've always had the goal to have one watch from each manufacturer, and here's my pick from IWC. Hi, I'm Xiang, and today let's talk IWC Ingenieur 40. The Ingenieur should have the same amount of love as the Royal Oak and the Nautilus, as they too were designed by Gerald Genta, but it doesn't. It could be that the international watch company doesn't hold the same aspirational values for watch enthusiasts as Patek Philippe and Audemars Piguet, or they just have not properly harnessed the allure of the Genta magic. Some say the legend took the longest to design the Ingenieur, so it should be his best design. That fable could be true, as Gerald blended the elegance of the Pateks and the boldness of the Audemars so well in the IWC. Will the 2023 Ingenieur be the turning point to finally join its integrated bracelet sisters? I sure do hope so. IWC has once again stuck to its guns by using a lot of brush instead of polished surfaces, like many modern watches, making Ingenieur very tool-like, staying true to its roots. The Ingenieur's distinctive 5 screws on its bezel seals itself from water, and a closed case back blocks out magnetism. Things are further amplified with a grid pattern dial that looks holographic at times. The checkered dial features minimal text with IWC Schaffhausen at 12 o'clock and Ingenieur at 6. I'm not a fan of watches with a date window, but this is an exception. What is done here is seriously cohesive, but its date wheel has the right text and right color to match the rest of the dial. The bracelet is pleasantly flexible for integrated style system, and paired with a butterfly clasp that's thin and flush is very much to how Gerald likes them. No micro adjustments here, but you can swap it for one that has this feature, although it wasn't specifically designed with the Ingenieur in mind. Both the Royal Oak and the Nautilus too did not have this feature, but it is not an excuse for the Ingenieur 40 to not have one. IWC could have adopted a similar strategy from its Vacheron Constantin subsidiary's Easy Fit system that allows a 4mm extension, which comes in very handy on hotter days. Steel Ingenieurs come in black, silver and this green, which is the only one that features polished center links. So if you have a lot of hate for scratches, stay away from this one. I am usually a purist and would have gone for a black dial, but new year, new me, so green it is. Also known as the Aqua dial, is said to have gone through a complex 4-step process where it is blue to some, while green to others, depending on one's color blindness. Lastly, it was voted by the employees as their favorite hue out of 100 prototypes. Every component is proportionally done with the right amount of balance, making this a beautiful watch. Its anti-reflecting crystal does wonders here when it comes to time telling, and each component of the dial can be admired without squinting. There is also a titanium version that has a very matte finish and costs 4,000 more than the steel model, which has its novelty as IWC claims to be the first to use that material. Beating inside is caliber 32111, and in its original form, some argue that it is not made in-house despite being heavily modified by international watch company. IWC must be really confident in this engine for them to offer 8 years of warranty, and the accuracy on the Ingenieur during my watch is -2 seconds per day. Weighing at 188 grams, it would be great for IWC to shed some weight off the steel models, as it will echo the ghost of Genta as he strives for comfortable, wearable watches. That signature diving helmet designed by Gerald Genta is likely the #1 reason anyone would consider owning this watch. That perfect mix of angle and curves of the Ingenieur is one to adore, making this neither too bold nor too gentle. Dimensions of this watch is simply incredible considering how well it fits larger and smaller wrists, which isn't always the case when it comes to integrated sports watches. It is the combination of diameter, lug-to-lug distance and height that makes the wearing experience an incredible one. Finishing on the Ingenieur 40 is marvellous, and it feels every bit a luxury watch, where they have simply outdone themselves this time. Every part is finished to high standards, and you can tell a lot of attention has been put into this watch, particularly on its bracelet down to its insides, where it is not often seen. Price being the biggest debate, so let's take a look at the Rolex Submariner date. It is also a time and date wristwatch, and at 16,450 Australian dollars, it does make the Ingenieur at 17,300 seem fair. Not to disregard the watch that everyone wants, as it too is rich with history, iconic, but you see a lot less IWCs in the wild. Comparing to Royal Oak and Nautilus, this is very much a bargain, as we will never be able to spend enough to be allocated one of those watches. There can be a bit of a wait for this watch, as they are not readily available, but it should not take longer than 6 months. When the 2023 Ingenieur was unveiled, it really needed to lose its crown guards, because the 73 SL did not have them. Crown guards break the flow of the design where IWC paid so much attention to, and the view from top down, those crown guards can be quite the irritation. If we look from the side, the protrusion can look organic to the case and crown. But are they really needed? Without them, a smaller, less effective crown might be employed for better proportion. I am no watch designer, so what I will do is to give the people what they want. The real downside is the tools used to size the bracelet, as they're entirely made out of metal. And we all know what happens when metals meet, they scratch. The team at Schaffhausen has poured so much into this watch, so there must be a better way around this. Many watches have come and gone, and this one feels just right. It appeals to both the heart and the wrist, which is something can only be experienced with time. I have not had this feeling for a watch in a long time, and if you've been following this far, it looks like you'll be staying that way. The reintroduction of the Ingenieur has been delivered in spades. I would like it even more if it were closer to the original case size of 38mm, which will help lose a bit of weight. That said, I do look forward to other case sizes and configurations such as strap options or even a two-tone model to make things fun in getting more people interested in this watch instead of the usual suspects. Above all IWC, please make the Ingenieur a permanent collection and protect it every way possible to not let it dwindle like its predecessor. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.